Undercover's a knack. Some guys have it, some guys don't. I have it.
Welcome to the Drug Squad, gentlemen. The Royal Canadian Mounted for real. The job you are training to do is dangerous, unorthodox, and controversial. You will be away from your families and loved ones for extended periods of time. It will cost you friends. And what do you get in exchange for all this hard, lonely work? $1 a day. Kelly's got it. Has anyone not got the idea here yet? No rules.
We only chose 16 men for that program, and Patrick Kelly was the best. What makes a Pat Kelly? The ability to play a part convincingly? The right combination of courage, ability, charisma? He came alive when he started working the streets.
You sweating, Pat?
I don't sweat.
Yeah, you oughta. He's meeting her in the lobby.
Bad idea.
Stupid.
Sure idea. She's the dealer. It's a good idea.
No, you never let the target control the meat. You don't have to be good to figure that out, just smart.
You're a long way from Owen Sound, Patty boy. This is the big time, and it's your ass in there.
You're right, it is my ass. And I'm taking it out on tour.
Hey, Frankie, how you doing? You look, what? What? You lose a dog or something? I'm all alone, sweetheart, all right? I'm all...
Don't call me sweetheart, I really hate that.
Okay. You're right, that's not very, How about cream pie? Can I call you that? Can I call you, honey cakes? Can I call you? You're really beautiful, you know that? You're beautiful. God.
Stop that, my boyfriend's in there.
Oh. What are you gonna do, huh?
Look, I must say, I thought he was somebody else,
What's
all right?
it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Beautiful. 2 weeks ago, he's got her in cuffs. Tonight, he makes a buy off her. She doesn't even remember.
Dumb luck.
What luck? Talked her out of it.
He was so scared he had to buy new underwear.
Hey, Larry! I still made the buy.
Small time. It was a couple of bundles, nothing.
Not like last week when Art and I busted Harry. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Harry and his old lady.
So, did you really hit that woman?
No.
No?
No.
No. Oh, they said that you did.
Well, I did.
You did.
Well, it wasn't me. I mean, it wasn't me, you know? It's kind of like a character, sort of like an actor. Me, I'd never hit a woman. Unless she asked me to.
You lie for a living.
So Harry's old lady pops the trunk. There's 10 kilos of coke 3 feet away. But Harry's got us figured for cops, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So naturally...
So it's the old lady's car, right?
Yeah, so he just starts walking away like he's never seen this stuff before in his life, right?
Trying to stay clean.
So we pat him down, and goddammit, if Harry doesn't have a kilo right in his pocket. But we just threw it right in his feet. That's where patting him down, right? Right in front of him. Stupid Harry.
Hey, wait a minute, whoa. You dropped it on him?
Hey, somebody had to. Fair's fair. We worked hard on this guy. I mean, we're not gonna let him walk. He's up to his ass in coke.
Well, what happens when you go to court? You got to testify under oath.
Yeah, and I tell it like I told it to you, only I tell it better. You think Harry's gonna tell the truth on the stand? I don't think so.
Yeah, I did it. Block me away, please.
That'll be the day. It's like I said, fair's fair. You'll figure it out. It works out all right in the end.
He was perfect undercover material. No family in Toronto, no wife, no particular girlfriend. At least not until he made that trip to Mexico.
Hey! You're supposed to want to get caught!
Am I?
Look, I'm a cop! Stop, or I'll shoot you!
Promise?
You don't seem to understand your situation here. I'm a dangerous man.
And you've ruined my dress.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about that?
Thought I'd kiss you.
Okay.
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 What's your perfume?
I don't wear perfume.
God, I'm in big trouble.
Yes, you are. So why don't you shut up? Are you rich?
It could be. Are you?
I should be. I'm sort of too rich.
It's not an answer.
What?
It's not a... What kind of answer is that? That's not...
Wait your turn.
All right.
How big are your feet?
They're big enough to stand on. How many men have you had?
Good question. 453.
Wow.
And you?
I don't do men.
No. Is that why you grind your teeth when you sleep?
How do you know I grind my teeth?
How do you think I'd know that?
I was grinding them on the beach.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Seeing what you look like dead. My dangerous man.
Don't leave tomorrow. You know, you could visit me after all.
It's a long way from France to Toronto.
What if I said I was in love with you?
It would still be a long way from France to Toronto. You haven't said that.
I'm in big trouble.
And I was, and I wasn't. She was gorgeous. She was alive. It was right. It was absolutely right. She was smart. She was fun. She was brave. She had high hopes and great expectations, and so did I. Who else could there be? She was the woman I loved.
Little girl. I asked her, what do you know about him? What do you know about this Kelly? I told her, it doesn't seem quite right to me. There's something false in him. There's a lie in him. My poor baby.
Do something. Get her mouth to mouth.
Maybe you should cover up, Mr. Kelly. Cover up, Mr. Kelly.
I had her. I just couldn't, I couldn't hold. I could see her. She wasn't quite over the side, and I couldn't, What?
You're bleeding.
I think I'm gonna puke.
When did I first start to have doubts about Kelly? Right from the start. Yeah, you could maybe think it was because he's a cop, I'm a cop. He's living in a fancy apartment and driving a fancy car. Sure, that's a little hard to take. And you wonder how he's doing it. Now, the truth is there were things that just... it didn't fit in. Your wife was going to Italy?
Yes, sir.
She had less than an hour to get to the airport when she fell.
That's right.
I can't stand it.
Stand what?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
The noise.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody fixes anything in this place.
I'm sorry, I'm just not a very handy guy.
I don't mean you. You'll go nuts alone here with that rattle.
Who says I'll be alone? Just kidding.
She heard her rattle?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, of course I heard it. It had been driving us both crazy.
You made it from the kitchen to the balcony in the time it took your wife to go over the edge. How long would that take, do you think?
Whatever it took, 2 seconds maybe, or...
2 seconds, you think?
Well, how would I know that exactly?
Got a lot of people to try it. Got runners to try it. Best anyone could ever do was 3.8 seconds.
How long?
She'd have been on the ground by then. Yeah, other things too. Didn't add up. Yeah, sometimes they're like that. In cases, there's just a bunch of little things that don't quite ring true. Oh, and don't forget, Patrick Kelly was an undercover cop. Trained liar. Yeah, Patrick Kelly never did ring true.
What do you think that's all about?
We found a 17-page letter detailing your assets. It's very neat. Looked like a separation agreement to us.
It wasn't.
Mr. Kelly, were you and your wife having marital difficulties? Plainly put.
She had been depressed. Lately, she was happy.
All right. Why don't you go home and get some rest? You understand why I have to ask you these questions, Mr. Kelly? You were a police officer, so you understand. No hard feelings? Oh, last thing. Last thing. Your wife was insured against accidental death?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our policy was $190,000 for both of us. She left to me, I left to her, and she had another policy with Canadian Airlines, where she worked.
Is your wife afraid of heights, Mr. Kelly?
No, she was not afraid of heights. I am, all right?
Why was your wife not wearing any underwear?
What is this? Is this like a technique? This is like Columbo?
Just a question, Mr. Kelly.
When she went out to check her rattle 1 hour before she had her flight to Italy, why was she not wearing any underwear?
She never wore underwear. That's why I married her.
Subcutaneous bleeding here, discoloration of the face. There's a small cut in the inside of the upper lip. All this is inconsistent with a fall. There's no way that the top of her head could have hit the concrete.
Maybe it snapped back when she hit.
Well, it couldn't have, not that far. The back of her head hit the concrete, though, but there's no swelling or bleeding back there, probably because her heart stopped beating at the instant of impact.
Then what did it?
Blunt blow before the fall.
A fist?
Possibly.
It's okay.
Tom. Thanks for coming. It's too bad about the weather. It really should rain at funerals, shouldn't it?
So many little things didn't add up. And then there was April Trent. She called us.
Have a seat, Miss Trent.
No.
Something troubling you?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a lot troubling me, a lot. There's a thing that's going to have to be said. I feel that should be said. Pat's an actor, you have to understand that.
I think we do.
That was probably the thing that kept him happiest when he was working undercover, was the acting. So when he met someone, there was a purpose in that relationship, and no matter how strong he was with that person during that relationship, it would always end at a certain time.
Are you saying you had a relationship with him? Were you lovers?
No, that's not the kind of relationship we had, not like some mad love thing. I understood him, and I wanted to help him, that's all.
Is that what you wanted to tell us?
This is what bothers me. This is why I feel I have to say this. This is how everything started.
What started?
He told me several times that he wanted...
He wanted to kill his wife?
To leave the country.
So, where were we? Jealousy? Anger? Triangle? Love misunderstood? Did Kelly kill her? Of course. We knew from day one. Locked. But what you gotta do when you want to prove something is prove it.
She was beautiful. I mean, she looked good, but I don't mean that. She had a glow. A glow came from her.
Of course you can. Haut les mains, vous êtes en état d'arrestation.
Haut les mains. Vous êtes...
Look, I wouldn't even... I'd never say this anyway.
Why?
Well, you don't. Wait, I go. You don't say, hey, I'm a policeman, hands in the air. I gotta shoot you if you don't kiss me.
Be a good boy, just try.
All right.
Haut les mains.
Haut les mains.
Vous êtes en état d'arrestation.
Vous êtes en état d'arrestation.
Very good. Now, you take out your big gun and you look him in the eye.
But I don't carry a gun.
Why?
Why?
Why? I just don't.
You should. In case somebody's trying to shoot you.
No, Marie. If a dealer found a gun on me, he would shoot me. Bang.
Things happen.
Like what?
Like what?
Yeah.
Like Jimmy.
Jimmy, all right. What about Jimmy?
He's in the hospital.
Yeah, he is. He is. But it's nothing. It's just normal, standard stuff. Anytime an undercover officer gets into whatever, they take him in, they check him out. And with Jimmy, there were these dealers who thought that he'd stiffed him. They took him out, they talked to him, they slapped him around a little bit just to scare him, but that's it. That's all.
Yeah, but April said he almost died.
April? What, you
April.
You believe April? April doesn't know anything. Jimmy made a mistake. I don't make mistakes, you know that.
No, I don't know anything. I just hate your job. I hate thinking you might get hurt. God, what would I do? What would I do if you didn't come back?
And I'll always come back. I'll always come back. Always. Always. You got nothing to worry about. She had high hopes and a big smile. That was Marie. She always had a big smile. You know, she wanted the best she could get. If life's a pie, she'd say, I want a big piece of it. And why not? She deserved it. We deserved it. All we could get. Everything.
Where are we?
Home. Come on. And you know, the things I did for her, well, I did them for me, too. What do you think?
You can afford this.
Less than half what we pay for a shoebox in the city.
Still can afford it.
Listen, just... Okay, close your eyes. Close them. Okay. What do you hear? Do you hear any cars? Do you hear any sirens? Do you hear any screaming? You hear people running around? No. It's heaven. Well, it's Cookstown, anyway.
I still won't cook unless I feel like it.
I still won't care.
You'll quit the drug squad?
For you, I would quit anything. I will. I'll get reassigned to the Barry Detachment. Do really boring cop work. I'll hand out parking tickets.
You won't like it.
I will. Look, it's just, the drug squad's just a job. I'm not stuck to it. Come on. Trust me, I'll get reassigned. No more drug squad. And you'll have no more sleepless nights. Okay?
You will. And of course, they never really let me out of the drug squad. I was supposed to break clean, but that never happened, so maybe I didn't want it to. Was I really gonna write parking tickets? And you know, when it comes right down to it, big town, small town, makes no difference.
A guy with a gun is still a guy with a gun.
My God. Are you okay?
Broke it.
Tell your dentist. You'll need a better guard if you're going to be fighting the bad guys 6 or 8 hours every night.
You know, I'd probably sleep a whole lot better if I just had you in my mouth.
Maybe what we need is a baby.
A baby?
Yeah.
Now, babies are nice, but I think what we need is a Porsche.
A Porsche?
A baby.
Yeah. You know, families are supposed to have kids to ride in their cars and play in their yards.
Right. Okay, well, let's get to work. Oh, boy or girl?
Targa or Cabriolet?
How about we have one of each?
I'm gonna pay for it. Oh. What?
Money. Money is easy. Well, actually, money's not really all that easy. I was risking my life for $21,000 a year trying to bust dealers who were making that much in an hour. It's frustrating. So, you know, you take a little here, you take a little there, and suddenly you realize you've picked up a whole lot of skills on the job. Things you can sell anywhere, on any side of the law.
You still working with Nicky Carson? A paid informant? I know your file.
Must have friends.
I got good connections. Christians in action.
CIA?
Want an onion ring?
No, thanks. I don't know your name.
Sammy.
Sammy what?
XYZ. Does it matter? I need a variety of items moved from a variety of locations to a variety of other locations.
Moving things? Well, that's a snap. The only trick is not getting caught. But then I had RCMP ID. And that'll take you almost anywhere, across any border, into almost any room. And from time to time they make stupid jokes, but they never go through your bags. And as far as taking off someplace for a week or two, what would the force know? I went a lot of places all over the world. And why would anyone ask any questions? I was undercover. If they saw me around too much, it probably meant I wasn't doing my job, so I was a busy Mountie. I'm down here, gentlemen. If you don't mind, I think I'm gonna...
You just stay put there, Sonny. I paid a lot of money for this.
Well, that may be, but I'm just the delivery boy.
Well, delivery boy. This isn't exactly what I wanted. I might just have to hang on to you.
I need something else moved.
This time I had to get 2 4-foot square pallets loaded with 18-inch square plastic packages to Nicosia, Cyprus. Well, okay. Package them as blood products, put them in a refrigerated unit with some other medical stuff, and put them on a boat disguised as a hospital ship. That took a little while to organize, which was a good thing, because I had a sideline going with this priest in Colombia. He was connected to some rich Colombians who wanted to move money out of the country and into U.S. banks. Unfortunately, not legal, but also not a problem. Now, the priest moved the money to Mexico. I picked it up in Acapulco, drove it to Hermosillo on the Arizona border. I hired some Mexican farmers to hide the money in vegetable trucks and drive it across the border to Nogales in Arizona. Then I picked it up, and I flew it to New York.
Forgive me, Father, I made some terrible mistakes.
Nothing little penance won't cure.
You first.
Under the seat.
Piece of cake. 20,000 a drop. It's amazing how easy it can be to make money if you keep moving. Took me a month to get the deal done, but it went off without a hitch. The blood products got delivered. I made 50,000, and everybody went home happy. Where'd we get this cow?
Hardy store.
It's tough.
It's the best there is in this town. That's all we have to eat.
Go out.
Where?
The Palace Pier is a very exclusive location. Come on in.
It's all right, I got you. I'll hold you. Look at that view.
It's beautiful.
It's what you deserve.
You know it's perfect.
It is perfect.
The city again. Alive again.
Yeah, we can fill it with antiques. We get a couple chairs, big ones, put them right there, and then we can watch the sunset.
But not without selling the house.
No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I think that house will go pretty quick.
So you were in Algonquin Park the night of the fire?
Yeah, at a friend's place selling antiques.
And your wife was in France?
That's right, visiting relatives.
We found this in the living room of your house.
Mm-hmm.
Wondered if it might be yours.
How the hell should I know? They all look the same. Did you happen to look in the garden shed?
Yeah.
And did you find a can in the garden shed? Well, then this probably belongs to the guy who torched my house.
Thought you might have more than one.
You call this police work? Hmm? Why are you talking to me about gas can? Why are you talking to me at all? I'm an undercover cop. I've busted maybe 600 guys. Half of them hate my guts. Why don't you go talk to them?
I like to start with the physical evidence.
Physical evidence. Listen, I'll give you some physical evidence. Alan Weston has been talking all over town about how he's gonna blow my head off. Kenny Rochon's been bragging he's got a contract out on me. Pick up the can and go and show it to them!
I'm just trying to do my job, sir.
Do it better!
There it is. Thank you.
Marie, come on. They're not bellhops or cops. They gotta have both hands free so they can, shoot straight.
Oh, it's not funny.
Come on.
Someone tried to kill you.
They didn't do a very good job, did they?
What if they come after us? What if they find us here?
Don't worry, all right? Please. These guys will take care of us. They'll shoot them bang, dead. Come on.
Kelly was a good undercover officer. And he did have 400 drug buys to his credit. Naturally, he had enemies. Could one of them have come after him? It's possible. Still, the OPP investigation raised a lot of interesting questions. He couldn't sell his house, and he'd signed for a condominium he couldn't pay for. People do burn houses for money. And there seemed to be a lot of it in his life. Money, more than we were paying.
Yeah, Arbuckle.
Hey, Arbuckle, how you doing? Listen. I'm fine. You know, I mean, as fine as you can be living in a motel waiting on insurance money. Listen, I'm calling because I wanted to talk to you about that gas can.
You're telling me that you...
Yeah, I am. And I know it all sounds kind of stupid. I must have just been the excitement and whatnot. And I don't know, I guess I just forgot. Anyway, I kind of remembered this morning, so I thought I'd call. The thing is, you see, I had, in fact, borrowed a friend's lawnmower. And his used straight gas, mine used an oil gas mixture, and so I needed gasoline, so I got a gas can, and I got it at the hardware at 7th and Woodbine. Come on, Arbuckle, you forget these little things, given circumstances like that.
Did you know that we were about to test that can for Prince?
No. I mean, I didn't know you were, but I imagined you were going to, so, I guess I saved you the trouble.
Yeah. I guess you have.
I hated that those bastards thought I'd burned down my own house. Hated it. So I took a polygraph. I volunteered. And I passed it. But that didn't matter to them. No, not to them. You see, they were out to get me. It was the new game. Get Kelly. And all right, maybe I didn't love my house, but I loved my furniture. I loved what Marie had collected. It was us. It was the history of us. For a bit of cash, I'd be so stupid. I could always get cash.
Here. Come on, hurry it up.
Look, the thing is, I didn't see this happen.
You just saw it. I gave the snitch $2 grand. You were right there.
You were sitting in the car. You could have given him 20 bucks for all I know.
How long have you had this sugar cane up your ass?
Patrick, I'm supposed to see it. I mean, clearly see it. It's regulations.
Bullshit regulations. You sit on my lap, you scare the snitch off. Come on. Nobody follows the goddamn regulations anyway. We'd never make a case. We are on the same side, right? Forget it.
Look, all right. Fine. I don't do this again.
No.
Never again.
No. You really gotta lighten up, pal.
Well, he told me that I should never buy anything but roses. Anything else, he said, would wilt next to me. And then he just walked away, just like that. He knew exactly how to win me. He found me the next day at the library where I worked, and we talked some more. But not until he'd given me that whole night to remember him and think about him. He didn't push.
I saw him on and off for months after that. We'd talk for hours, just talk. He gave me all the time I needed.
Hey.
Is a woman living here?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Who's the woman?
Yes.
She's my wife.
Okay.
I knew you'd ask that. Look, I told you I was undercover, right? Well, they give you a whole life. You get a birth certificate, passport, ID, credit cards, and on a couple of cases I was working on, I had to have a wife, so that was Marie. I mean, technically, she's my wife, yeah. She's not really my wife. It's just part of the cover.
Is she ever here?
Nah, hardly. And when she is, she sleeps on the couch.
Did I believe him? I wanted to. He was very, very convincing, and he knew exactly how to win me.
I've been told that he was very, very good at that. Winning people. Well, Maybe not all of them.
In the past 18 months, on credit cards that we know about, you've spent $42,000 more than you've earned. Where'd that money come from?
Antiques, sir.
And in the past year, you bought a second apartment in the Palace Pier. Where'd that money come from? And also in the past year, you bought a condo in Molokai, Hawaii. Where'd that money come from?
More antiques, sir.
Such as the antiques that were destroyed in your house fire.
The insurance claim for which remains unpaid because of the OPP investigation, or because of you.
Why would the Royal Canadian Mounted Police want a public insurance company, or the OPP, or anybody else know what it is that we're concerned about? How would that serve any purpose of ours? Constable, you pay income tax on a salary of $21,000 a year. Yet your earnings are evidently much more than that. All of them undeclared. Like the $2,000 paid to an informant that was never paid.
No. Look, there, I signed this receipt and it's countersigned by another officer.
Who didn't see the exchange. Who admits he didn't see the exchange.
Are you accusing me of...
Yes. The informant tells us you paid him $500.
Well, he's lying. He's setting me up.
I see. All this is a lot more difficult to deal with than fingerprints on a gas can, Constable.
I could see where this was heading, but I didn't give them the satisfaction. I quit the force. They didn't even bother to finish the investigation. I got a superannuation and a certificate of service free and clear. I got the insurance money on the house, every penny of it. It took the OPP 2.5 years to put their case together, and it only took an hour for the judge to throw it out. Now, does that sound like they had a case, any kind of case at all? But by then, the damage was done. It's tough being a suspect. It put a lot of strain on Marie and me. Strain on our marriage.
Oh, hi. Good day? Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Marie.
What are they looking for?
How the hell should I know? That's great.
You're one of them.
No, I'm not. They're provincial. I'm federal. Now, how many were there?
2.
In suits or in suits? Shush. In suits or in uniforms?
Suits.
Right. What'd they look at?
Me.
Yeah.
The furniture.
What else?
Nothing else.
And that's what they were looking at. Furniture.
So what? Why don't they leave you alone?
I don't know. How the hell should I know?
Why won't you tell me the truth?
Truth?
Yeah.
About what?
About?
About what, Marie?
About anything.
About what, Marie, exactly?
About money.
About money? Go.
American Express. Why are they always calling about the car?
Because you spend too much. And I paid that bill this morning. They called, I went in, and I paid it, all right?
From what account?
From cash.
From what cash?
God!
I don't understand what we have. I don't understand where it comes from.
What possible difference could it make where it comes from? I get it. You spend it. Now shut up!
I can stand it. I can take any more of it.
Why don't you go take some more of your pills then?
What?
Damn it, you hit me? Huh? You're gonna hit me? Huh? Stay here for a second. I'm gonna make this really simple for you. Right here, this is what we own. This is what we owe. And down here, this is what Marie can spend.
Stop this. Don't you care anymore? Don't you feel anything?
What do you want me to feel? Sorry?
I do. I do feel sorry.
Or maybe I should be happy. I'm unbelievably happy. Or I don't know, maybe it'd be better if I was sad because I am. God damn it, I'm so sad. I can do this all night. This is something I can do. I could probably do card tricks too. I've never tried it, but I probably could. I could probably be a mime on some goddamn boulevard if I put my mind to it, but I just want you to relax, all right? This is the real me. Hey.
Hey. He said I should come for a drink.
Drinks, drinks, drinks! Yeah, we'll meet you up on the roof. We're just having a conversation, all right?
Okay.
I'll, finish that list later, okay?
I'll come up.
Yeah. Fix yourself up first, huh? And you know, it's not that I don't love Marie. I do. And I try, but she's cold. And I didn't think I was signing on for that. I thought marriage is supposed to be fun and open and vibrant and passionate. And I get lonely. And what about you? You get lonely. You miss Larry.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You miss some things, though. Right? You miss this.
Yes.
When you miss this.
Yes.
You miss this.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had someone like you. I'll admit I wasn't exactly a model husband, and in the end, it wasn't that great of a marriage. But whose fault was that? Who put us through all that?
Hey.
They were out to get me.
You made it.
They ruined my wife. They ruined my marriage. But I never left Marie. I stayed right to the end. Isn't that what love is? How are you supposed to behave at your wife's funeral? I don't know. I was inexperienced. And what are you supposed to do when the funeral's over? Who writes the rules for these kinds of things? It's kind of funny. I just knew that I had to get out.
Hi, how are you? I have a reservation for your 1:30 flight to Hawaii today. My name's Patrick Kelly, and A. Mallinson is the other passenger. I'd like to change the Mallinson ticket to read the name Linda Martin.
I'm afraid you can't do that, sir. It's against airline regulations.
Are you sure about that, Valerie? Well, because I was in the downtown office this morning. They said perfectly all right. What do you say?
Okay.
Good.
Taking a different girl?
No, I was hoping I could take you. Looks like you're working. I guess I'll just have to settle for someone else.
Well, there you go.
Well, thank you very much. Good to see you.
Bye.
Morning. The man is Patrick Kelly. What's the other name?
Linda Martin, but it was A. Mallinson.
To where?
Hawaii.
Why didn't we arrest him? Bits and pieces. That's all we had. All those little things that never added up. Could we have gone to court with it? Maybe, but circumstantial cases are tough, and we wanted more. We wanted this one to stick.
He told me several times that he wanted...
He wanted to kill his wife?
to leave the country.
Because?
Because he was so lost in everything. He was very short of money. And he was running here and running there, and nothing was coming together. He was afraid of the charges for that house thing, for burning the house. Did not want to go to jail. There was a point where he said that I was to go with him. I was a strong person in his life. He said that I could keep him going and that Marie was not keeping him going. He said that we'd live on a boat in south of France. He said that.
You and Patrick, without Marie? You were in love with him.
No. That is exactly what I was afraid of. I don't know how to explain it because I know the implications if I'm here saying, yeah, I was madly in love with him and...
This is not the case.
No. I had feeling for him. I still have feeling for him.
We're taking what you're telling us as the truth, April. Your truth is very helpful. Did you know Linda Martin?
That's terrible.
Not that he didn't go with you?
No. He would run off with another woman so soon after. I did not want to go away with him. I never wanted that.
Of course. A. Mallinson. Ever hear of him?
Albert? Yeah, I talked with Albert on the phone. Albert gave Pat money.
This is quite difficult to talk about. Yeah, to talk about without making myself look foolish. I don't think of myself as a foolish man.
Why would he buy a plane ticket and use Albert's name? I mean, it doesn't mean anything, except that he was always using somebody.
I had a law practice and a holding company, investments mostly.
Schemes, I would call them.
And Patrick and I were friends from the time we were just little kids. We had adventures. There was never anything dull about him. A few weeks after his wife died, when he came back from Hawaii, he rerouted to Victoria. Linda went to Toronto, but he came to Victoria. Toronto had it in for him, he said. He said.
Right now, they're probably laying into Linda back in Toronto. I mean, I know this because it's what I would do. I'll tell you something, it's not easy always having to watch your back. You know, I feel like a ballerina like that, spinning around all the time. And that's why it's really important for me to have a friend like you out there. You know, someone I can trust, someone I can lean on. All right? I'll be in touch, okay? Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry, we gotta talk about money. How much do I owe you?
Well, there's the original $65,000 you invested with us. Now, I paid that back to you and your car, and plus I've loaned you 60 grand from the client's trust accounts.
Right. Well, that's It's not a problem because there's the 270,000 that's coming from
Maurice Insurance.
Yes. Anyway, you know, that's just excess. It's gravy, really, because where'd the first 65,000 come from?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
You don't want to know. It's
No.
dark, very dark, but where it came from, there's a whole lot more. See, money, Albert, money draws money. You want to know what your problem is?
What?
You worry too much.
Don't worry too much.
I'll call you.
Do.
Okay, bye.
Patrick Kelly took you to Hawaii 1 week after the death of his wife. 1 week! Are you listening to me? What are you doing with him? What are you doing with a man like that?
I love him.
Love him? This man you love is an arsonist. He's a thief. He's a drug dealer. He is also, in all likelihood, a wife murderer.
If that's true, why haven't you charged him? Why haven't you charged him with anything?
We haven't completed our investigation. But that's why we need to understand Mr. Kelly's relationship with you.
I don't have to talk to you.
You should consider the danger you're in.
I've been walking for 8 hours. I'm tired of walking. I'm tired of thinking about this. What's the deal, Patrick? Who are you?
Who's been leaning on you?
That's not the question.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's not the issue!
Yes, it is, Linda. That is the issue. Listen, I told you. I said they're gonna come at you. They'll probably come at you with a pack of lies. They'll have threats. They'll try to drive a wedge between us. And I said you cannot listen to them. Well, you still cannot listen to them. Just listen to me. All right? Just come away with me. We'll just get out of this goddamn country. Get away from all of these people. Just go. Have you ever seen the Mediterranean? And the stone and the stucco there, it's like in this light, like no place else. And it's not that hard, cold light of Toronto. It's sort of golden. And it has this rose red underneath it. And even the flowers have that color kind of all around the edges. And that's our color, Linda. That rose gold color your face would look so beautiful in. Oh, God, I want to see your face in that light. I want to kiss your lips in that light. I just want to make love to you in that light. Because I love you.
How could a woman not love Patrick? I mean, he promised the world, and he delivered a lot of it. I mean, even if he hadn't have promised the world, I still would have loved him. If he'd driven taxi for a living, I would have loved him. But Patrick did not drive taxi. No, he did not. Arthur Miller lived here?
Yeah, right here. He did.
Can you imagine living in a villa where Arthur Miller lived?
It can be done.
How much is it?
600,000.
Oh. You could just find that much money.
Well, why not? I told you we'd be in the south of France. Where are we?
You said something about golden light.
No, I know.
And...
Well, you can't have everything at once.
Well, I love the place we're renting, but this, I mean, it'd be...
This would be incredible. And it would be what you deserve.
beautiful, isn't it? It's just beautiful.
Should be. It's costing you $50,000.
I would also like to thank an old, very dear friend of mine who flew all the way from Victoria, Mr. Albert Malins, and his wife, Alice. Albert and Alice.
See?
Pat. Oh, sorry to interrupt you. This is so beautiful. Alice wants to...
No, Albert, not today. Today, we take in all of the beauty. Suck it in.
You're right. You're right. Eat, drink, and be merry for tomorrow.
For tomorrow? Dance with me, Albert.
You should have seen him. He was nuts. He squealed to his jumps out and runs across 6
Excellent.
meters and just about gets smacked by a semi-trailer. It was unbelievable. Couldn't believe it.
Sorry, I didn't quite get that. You're calling from your house in Maine?
I want to know what the consequences are for me if I tell you things about Pat Kelly.
You're worried about consequences like you being incriminated, you mean?
I've remembered some things. I saw some things.
Well, I would give you a written undertaking that nothing you said would be used in any future proceedings against you. If that's okay, could you give me an idea what it is you have to say? Go ahead.
The day
Go ahead.
I was in Pat's apartment the day Marie was killed.
You just remembered?
It came back to me. I'd come over. I wanted to see Marie. I hadn't seen her in months. She was mad at me, or at least not talking to me. I don't know why. Maybe she knew Pat and I had sex those times.
You had sex?
I told you I had feeling. If you didn't figure out we had sex, what planet are you from? I got there, they were arguing and fighting, and I felt really stupid standing there, so I went into a room.
What room?
The den. It was in the den.
And?
And then I heard him hit her. Oh, anyhow, I mean, that's what it sounded like. Like somebody's hitting somebody really hard. And then I didn't hear anything. No noises or screams or anything like that. And so I waited and I went up. He was standing on the balcony.
And where was Marie? I want to be sure about this. You were there. They were fighting. You walked out onto the balcony. He was there. She was down below. Is that right?
Yes. And then, he sent me down on the express elevator and said, don't talk about it.
Where's Marie?
Do you recall what she was wearing?
She had on a t-shirt, like a pink peasant shirt.
A pink t-shirt. A blue sweater. Little things out of April Trent didn't quite line up. But little things can be accepted, and given the overall picture of what we knew to be true, we had a witness. And we were getting closer, we were moving in. He was more and more out of control.
What about my car?
What about it?
The bank says they're going to take away my Renault.
The bank says a lot of things, Linda. I'll deal with it later.
Oh, later, like the electricity bill, like the water, like the gardener.
That's right, Linda. Exactly like that. Yeah, it's a wonderful country, isn't it?
The hotel's great. Yeah. The bathrooms.
Never mind. Albert has to repay $100,000 to his trust accounts.
It's not a problem. 100,000, not a problem.
See? It's good.
We'll have it in 3 days.
You said today.
Well, yeah, I know I said today, Alice, but you have to understand that these kinds of situations tend to be fairly elastic. You will have it within 3 days. I can... What is this?
I'm sorry, sir. They will not honor the card.
They will not honor the card?
I'm sorry.
Well, that's great.
Good.
You will pick this up with your little fondue fingers. You're gonna march it right back there.
Pat. I'll cover it.
Been a long time.
I've been doing a lot of work in Europe lately. Very high-level stuff. I'm in demand. But I've been kind of out of touch, so I'm not standing here asking. You understand? I mean, this is loyalty. I just thought maybe you were having trouble finding me.
No, Mr. Kelly, I'm aware of where you are all the time. I also know you're flat broke. The way you spend money on your apartment, your condos, your business deals. And I know your dead wife's money is all gone.
No, you have no way of knowing. You have no way of knowing what
Kelly,
I have, what I...
The cops are on to you. And that makes you totally unemployable. You're too far from shore, Patty boy. You don't know how to swim out here.
Pat?
Yeah, it's me.
Where are you? Where have you been?
Well, I'm in Toronto.
Toronto. What about the money? You said 3 days. It's been a week.
Yeah, I know. But there's just been a, well, slight hiccup. Please don't worry. The money will be there. In fact, there's a courier on his way to Europe right now with the cash. And I've also got this deal going in Italy.
look,
what I need you to do right now is to get yourselves over to Venice.
Venice? Pat, I can't. Pat.
He was almost never home. He was always away on some business. Well, it started right after the wedding. The bills didn't get paid, the lights got cut off. He said the bank was being stupid. He said that a lot. The bank is being stupid. American Express came right to our door. But it was always the same. The bank is being stupid. Don't worry, don't worry. But I worried. I couldn't stand the insecurity. And I could tell that Pat was worried too. He was desperate. He was trying everything.
Listen, it's a sweetheart deal, and it's simple. Listen, what we do is we buy a bunch of lumber in BC, all right? We then sell it to the Italians, okay? We then buy ceramic tile from Italy, we turn around, we sell it to California. Listen, you're missing the point. Well, yeah, you are, actually. Listen, the guys who make the tile, yeah, the guys who actually manufacture it, they get it. The kickback from the government. Louis, yeah, I know I owe you, all right? It's just that what I got right now is, the thing is foolproof, all right? It's foolproof, and I just need... No, that can't be NSF. Look, I had, that's on my own account, and I know I had 100 grand in there, so I'm gonna straighten this out in the morning. In the meantime, I wanted...
Where the hell are you?
In Los Angeles.
Where's the courier? He didn't show up.
I know. There's a problem with the courier.
What problem?
What problem?
Cash was seized at the airport.
Was seized at the airport.
The courier was seized.
The cash.
It's gonna take me a couple weeks to get it back.
I don't have a couple of weeks. Pat, we're in trouble. This is serious.
Yeah, I know that, Albert. I know.
And I have done my best, all right? I have done my level best, and I've been able to scrape together maybe 50,000. Now, I know it's not everything you need, but it is 50,000, right? You can pick it up in London at the Athenaeum Hotel. And it will be there, all right? I guarantee that.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew he wouldn't let me down not after all we've been through.
Some French francs. 50,000 French francs.
Less than $10,000.
I was finished. When I added it all up, I was on the hook for $160,000 of Pat's debts. Oh, I called Pat. I called him in 20 different places. He was back in France.
That's a sad story, Albert. But I got serious problems right now, so what can I say? You'll have to talk to my lawyer.
That's the deal, Miss Trent. Nothing you say will be used against you.
All right. Well, we were upstairs outside of the club, and he told me how much he loved me and needed me, and if I would be willing to go away with him to the south of France. So I asked what would happen to Marie, and he said she would be taken care of, that we wouldn't have to worry about her. From what he was saying, I believe what he was saying was how he was going to kill Marie, and that's what he meant when he said he was going to take care of her.
You were there when it happened?
Yes. Well, no, I mean, not completely. I wasn't, I only saw the end.
First, you weren't there. Then you heard a fight. You saw Patrick Kelly on the balcony after his wife fell. Now you tell me you saw him drop her. Which is it?
Well, I've been trying to block it out of my mind. I was in the den when she went over the balcony. You can see the balcony from the den. Was very, very important to me. I feel very guilty because I betrayed her and I really did cause her to suffer.
You saw Patrick Kelly murder his wife.
I keep having nightmares. I keep seeing him throw her over.
If I brought you to Toronto, if we went to Toronto, you and I, would you repeat all this? Would you agree to, I don't know, maybe meet with a psychiatrist and repeat all this?
A psychiatrist?
It's sometimes useful in your kind of situation. It's no big deal. You might feel good about it. Could be reassuring.
I don't know. I am afraid of Patrick. Very afraid of him.
What an absurd woman. I mean, you tell me, how can any kind of justice be based on somebody so pathetic? Pat didn't deserve her. Now, Pat was out of control, and he stayed out of control. I know all about that. Pat deserved a lot of things. But he did not deserve that.
All right. You're worried about bills? Here, you can go pay some bills. Just find them all and...
I can't live like this.
Like what? This is money, Linda. You have money.
What about next week, Pat? What about next month?
I'll take care of it. Do I not always take care of it?
No, you don't.
God damn it, Linda. What is your problem?
What is yours?
I swear to Christ, you keep this up and I
You will what? I'm not worth anything to you. My life insurance policy goes to my brother.
Get out of the car.
No, I will not get out of this
Get out of the car.
No!
Get out of the
No,
goddamn...
I'm
Get
not
out of the
get
car!
out of this car! How can you take yourself so seriously? There's nothing left to seriously take.
I would never hurt you.
I know.
You want too much, Linda.
You promise too much.
All right. All right, look, if you want to quit, I mean, if you want to leave me, I can give you maybe 10, 20,000 now. There'll be some more when I liquidate things. But if you want to go back, I'll go with you. We could go back to Toronto and just straighten everything out. I need you.
I'm Dr. Anna Keene, continuing the session with Miss April Trent. Now, 1:30, March the 1st, 1983. Detectives Sean Exley and Tom Kingsford present. We were speaking about the day that Marie Kelly fell to her death. April, I want you to relax and let your mind think clearly. You've been confused about what happened that day. Perhaps you're trying to protect yourself from Mr. Kelly or from legal consequences. Put your hands on the table. Do you see that one is pink and the other white? One is pink and the other white.
Yes.
When you are at mental peace with yourself about this matter, both your hands will be the same color.
What I thought was don't. But I didn't say anything. I didn't try to stop him.
He said he loved me. He said he'd always love me. He said there'd be no problems.
You were in love with him?
Yes. Yes, I was. He was very gentle.
Are your hands the same color now?
Yes. Yes. Yes, they are.
Get out of the car! Right there! Whoa, 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 whoa. What the?
Patrick Kelly, you are under arrest for the murder of your wife. Yeah, he likes to tell it that way. It wasn't like that. Well, no, look in the report if you want. I just pulled him over. I took him in.
You have the right to remain silent.
He likes to embellish it. Never let the facts get in the way of a good story. I have that information in my notes here.
I have done things I'm not particularly proud of. Things that don't sound very good at a trial. And I could see that on every face in the courtroom. But justice is not a popularity contest. And when you look at all the facts, I think it's abundantly clear that I'm not a violent man. And I did not commit murder. But they were out to get me. It was a conspiracy. A conspiracy by the police, the banks, courts, friends, lovers. I've been betrayed by them all.
Yes, we had a relationship through the summer.
That woman. That stupid, stupid woman.
Yes, he did.
I know my husband. I know he wasn't always pure. But he did not, in front of that woman, carry Marie to the balcony and throw her over.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Patrick knew a very stupid woman. That's what he was guilty of.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question, please?
The bailiff will read the verdict. Will the defendant please rise?
We, the jury, find Patrick Michael Kelly guilty as charged.
They were out to get me, and they did. They found me guilty of going wrong, guilty of greed, guilty of bad marriages, guilty of cruelty, and if you add it all up, guilty of murder. If everything else, then murder most likely. 25 years. 25 years without parole. That's what they gave me. And April Trent, she changed her story 3 times before the trial and once after. 10 years after, on national television.
What is it about your testimony you'd like this audience to understand?
Well, I tried to tell it before. I think people should know.
April, you came to the studio to tell this story.
Yes.
What do you have to say?
That I did not see him drop her.
You did not?
No. No.
Were you even at the apartment when she fell, when that body toppled over the balcony?
I think it's important that people should know.
April, it's not a trick question. And it's not the sort of thing someone would forget. You weren't even there.
No.